So the first thing I think you have to realize is the way that millennials grew up is they grew up in pods, right? So when they would go to class, they would sit in groups, and pretty much everything that they did and worked through had a group type of atmosphere. They had social media where they had connections. They had their groups where they had connections. And when you take a millennial and you put them into an office by themselves, they don't do very well. And unfortunately, millennial parents, which are the boomers, they worked really, really hard, right? Because their parents were suffered in the Great Depression and they never wanted to be in that situation. And so they worked really hard. They did really well for themselves, but they didn't always have a work-life balance. And so when they would come home, they were so exhausted from working, they didn't really explain work ethic or what it takes to be successful in order to drive their millennial children to understand those things. Instead, they said things like, make sure you always have a work-life balance. You know, don't underestimate your family. Make sure your family stays a priority. Make sure that you're doing something that matters to you, right? As they reflected back because they worked so hard. And so what that did to the millennial culture is they need to be driven by feeling good. Okay. And you can drive that in a culture by contribution, giving back to your community, having teams where, you know, they can support each other through different things and reach goals together as a team, but not isolating them. And you can't, and the financial drive has to be around something that makes them happy. You'd be better off running a competition where they get to donate to a charity than you would be a competition where they're going to get $500.